To create your greeting card, you're first going to go up to Create Design, and if you just type in folded card, you're going to get an option of doing a landscape style or a portrait style. I like the portrait style for mine. So when you are doing your designs, on the right hand side is where you're going to create your design, and on the left hand side is where you're going to kind of say who did the design. So I'm going to pause here, and I'm going to splice in the other video and then show you the ending. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick out a background. And when I did my plan, I was looking up like vintage paper, and I really liked the way that this looked as a background. So I'm going to go ahead and stretch that out. And I wanted to add like an animal that was dressed up in clothes. So I kind of want it to look like a royal. I'm going to have a cat queen and a dog king. So I'm going to look up king clothing, see if anything pops up. Okay, so right here, this one's kind of fun because it has human hands. So this might be really fun to put a dog's head on. Same here, I could put a dog's head on this body. So I'm going to try this one and see how it works. Remember that we can edit those images and remove those backgrounds quite easily. And a couple of things that I might need to do here. So I don't want the human head on here, but I'm thinking that the animal head that I'm going to be putting on, the dog head, could probably cover that up. So I'm going to go ahead and click apply, and I'm going to go ahead and stretch that out. Oops, looks like I did something. I'm going to try the background, remove that again. I think I forgot to click apply. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to center that in the middle here. If I wanted, I could try to crop part of the head out, but I don't want to crop out that hand. Okay, and next I'm going to try to find a dog to put on here. So I'm going to look up dog drawing and see if I find a dog face that I want to use. Oh, okay, I like the face of this one. Again, I'm going to crop this because I don't want the whole body. I just want the dog's head, and I'm going to try to place it in a way, I can even rotate a little bit, to try to cover the other existing head, but to still leave that hand there. So I'm going to try to crop that bottom out just a little bit more. And if I zoom in, see if I like it a bit. And I am totally intending on this to look very pieced together and photoshopped. That's kind of why I chose this whole concept. So I think right about there looks good. Okay, so my next step was I wanted to add a couple more layers, maybe give my dog a hat. I can maybe look up a steampunk hat, or maybe look up a king's crown, see if I find something that I like. This one's kind of cool. So again, I can remove the background once I pick something. We'll see if this one works. So again, edit image. I'm going to do a background removal, and then make sure that I'm clicking apply this time. And again, I can rotate and move it around so that way it fits in perfectly. So when you are doing your cards, just make sure that you have layers, and that you are paying attention to which layer is above or below. Plan out how you want your note card to look. So far I've got a background layer, and I've got the body. So once you have your design created, you can think about adding a text byline. You can choose one of the existing text fonts, or you can come up with your own. And you're going to want to get this nice and small. You don't really want to take away from your card. Use those snap guidelines if you can. And I'm just going to say created by, and then I'm going to try to knock that down even smaller. And then my name on the bottom. See if I can knock that down any smaller. and try to get it centered. And then finally, you're going to want to download. When you download it, make sure that your size goes all the way up and click download. It might take a few minutes because it is a higher quality image. I probably should have considered moving that up a little bit so it wasn't so close to the bottom cut. So when you download, it's going to show up in your downloads. This is the file that you're going to turn into me, which I will then lay out for you to print.